Hey, what's going on, guys? This is my not in-depth review, just like a week's worth review of the Retro Fighters Defender controller for the PS1 and PS2. Um, Obviously, I'm not affiliated with them at all. They didn't send me. They don't even know who I am. But I've seen a lot of videos on it, and I was like, okay, let me try it out for myself. So I bought it. It came in about a week ago. So I only got like a week's worth playtime with it, but I played quite a different variety of games with it. But yeah, let's get into it. So I bought the green one, see through, mainly just because it was the only one they had in stock, but also I do like the green. So it is compatible with the. Mine's in my PlayStation 2 right now. It is a little tight. Mine is it is compatible with the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, and also the PC. I did use it on the PC. It connected flawlessly both ways, but you do have to reset it if you connect it to your PlayStation first, or you connect it to the PlayStation adapter first. And then when you plug it into your computer, you do have to reset it, which it does have a little reset button on the back of it, so it's pretty easy to reset. But yeah, once you do that, you're good to play on either the PC, the Switch, the PlayStation 1 Classic, or the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2. It can work on the PS3. I haven't tried it on the PS3, mainly just because I do have a first-party PS3 controller, so I'm good on that front, and I don't need it for the PS3. As for hooking it up to the computer, I didn't play any of the emulators that I have on the computer just because most of the emulators I have are PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2, so basically the same games I have on my computer I have physical, so I played them on the PlayStation itself, and it did just fine. But I played Resident Evil, and I played God of War, I played 50 Cent Bulletproof, and I played Star Wars Battlefront. Those are all on the PlayStation. Tank controls is nice, especially on. It's kind of hard to fuck up tank controls, but the D-pad on it. I'm using my Galaxy Fold, so that's why everything looks off-centered, and the video quality is not the greatest, but that's all I got right now. But the D-pad on it, I honestly, I don't like the full D-pad. I know a lot of people like the full D-pad, but I don't. I honestly prefer like the normal, like Sony D-pad, how it's all separated. But I know a lot of people don't like that, and they prefer the full D-pad. But I just don't like the full D-pad, mainly just because when I was doing the tank controls, I was hitting both up and down at the same time, and it really wasn't doing anything. And also, when I was playing Dino Crisis, they do have a quick 180 turn, and that's the tap of R2. I think it's the tap of R2. Maybe L2, R2. I'm not 100% sure, but I was tapping one of them. And it is so shallow that you can just, like, and it'll turn. So, just a quick turn, and the R1, L1s, there's a little bit more travel than what the back buttons are, but it's not that much of a difference. And there is another complaint that I have. I mean, it's not a big complaint, but like the turbo button and the start and select, it's a bit weird that it's not rubber, it's plastic. But like I said, it's not a big complaint. It just threw me off a little bit because they look rubber, so I thought they were rubber, and then when I hit it, it was actually plastic. So that's not the biggest deal I have. As for the face buttons, like the X, circle, and triangle, I really like the way they feel. They feel like the PS5, and also they feel like the PSP a little bit. I like the I don't know what you would call it. It's plastic, obviously, but I just like the feel of it. And the home button, since I'm playing on the PS1 and PS2, I don't know how it really works. Same with the turbo button. I don't even know how to activate the turbo button, honestly, because I think there's a special way you have to set it up and everything. But other than that, the controller is fine. Now, when you get into like first-person shooters, especially when we were playing X Defiant on the computer, the thumbsticks, to me, they feel very loose, if that makes sense. Like the PS5 thumbsticks, they're because that's what I normally use when I play X Defiant. Just plug it to the computer and we'll be good to go. But when I use the thumbsticks to especially look around and stuff, it's tight and you can do precise movements with it. The thumbsticks on this one, it's very loose. It's hard to do precise movements with the thumbsticks. But being that I'm only going to use it for basically PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, I have no other issues with that. And the battery life on it is great. I've only had it a week, but in the whole week, it's never like completely died on me. I have charged it all the way up, and that is going on probably about 4 days of battery. And they said it's about 10-hour battery life. I'm not 100% sure on that, just because I'm not sitting there playing the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 for 10 hours a day. Not anymore. Adult life. Other than that, controller's great. If you are looking for a third-party replacement controller for your PS2 and PS1, that's wireless, I highly recommend it. It is kind of a steep price tag. It's at $50-ish, but it's not as expensive as another like PlayStation 5 controller and stuff like that, being $70. But yeah, I do really recommend this controller. Like I said, there is some issues with it, but I've played with worse third-party controllers. So I highly recommend this controller. They do have it in a black. I think they have it in a gray or white. I'm not 100% sure. They have it in a see-through blue and a see-through green. Like I said, I got the see-through green just because it was really the only one they had in stock. But I also do like green as a color. So yeah. So if you're, like I said, if you're really looking into wanting to play PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 games comfortably, like sitting back when you're not so close to the TV, I highly recommend this controller. I think it's got a 30-meter like Bluetooth distance, which I mean that's pretty normal. It has it randomly disconnected from me. Now it does turn off periodically, like when you're not using the controller, it'll turn off and you just hit the button and it'll turn it back on. I mean, that's standard with all Bluetooth controllers anyways. So yeah, highly recommend this controller. It is it's called the Retro Fighters Defender, I think. Yeah, I'll leave a link down below so you can grab it. Like I said, they are kind of out of stock on the other ones now. Granted, I bought this controller like 2 weeks ago. It took about a week to get it, and then I did the play. I played with it for a week, so they could have more in stock. I know you can't get it off Amazon, but I bought it directly from their website just because that's the way I like to do it. I don't like really going through third-party outlets like that unless I have to. But yeah, I highly recommend this controller.